All right, welcome. I'm Michael Mike, and I'm back with another broadcast. And this is entitled "The War in Israel," and what you should be doing right now as a producer. Now, also with Nibiru. Now, those videos, because I see it every day and every night, those videos are coming up. All right, the newest ones, and also uh, on the war aspect, what's going to happen in these times. And what I'm saying is this to each individual: this is not a game, this is not a joke. Okay? So, it's not about um, saying what is what or who is what, because many of these sources are going to lie to you. I told you back when we seen Nibiru, we're getting to the end. Okay? And in this, um, if you're a producer right now, what I would do, I would sit down, I listen to my songs, I pick the best from them, I learn everything I can quickly. I would quit jiving because you're not going to have a chance to do this. Everything is going to be destroyed. Okay? And at least you would have some kind of USB or something. And you want to say that you don't want it to be, bumped. You want it to be good. This is the last thing I did. All right. So you got to think about that. Think about updating your hard drive, putting a new one in. You don't want to have one old and there's nowhere to even buy them. All right. So what I started to do, like I said, them videos are coming up. So what I'm finna do now is show you what to do as somebody that's a professional who does this accurately. All right, the way it's supposed to be done. So enough of that. Let's get into it. So first, everything goes together. All right. There's not in music. This is the math machine, but certain things have to be done. And so what I'm gonna get into is you need sound design. All of this is very important. Okay, because just because you hear a sound, the sound got to be shaped. It got to be on time. It's not just thrown out there. You got to have an SSL channel. Let me show you this of some sort. Okay, you have to use this. Okay, you can do it without, but it's not gonna have that radio sound. This is an SSL. It's an E channel. There's a G. There's a J. There's a K. All right, and there's the API. They have different ones, and they have their own unique sound. This is plug-in alliance, and when it comes to the E channel, G channel, or many channels, nobody can mess with them. They makes the best, in production that I've seen, that I've ran into, right? And so that's why I use it. But without this, it's not gonna have that sound. Okay, you're looking for the Dr. Dre sound. He uses the G channel. Think about this. If you buy one, it's like two in there. If you click this from the E, it goes to the G channel. Also, if you click this, okay. So it's a lot of good stuff about this. And you, a producer hires you a producer and you don't know what to do. That's crazy. You don't know how to use this. All right, so enough of that. Let's go to sector. All right, now what's unique is if we go to piano roll right here, okay, this right here, the first white key into in front of the two black keys is C, and you count from C to G, and then you start the alphabet over from A again, like this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and back in C. See this first white one in front of these two black ones is C. The same thing here. This first one in front of these two. So all they do is repeat. All right. So if we count all of these notes all the way up, it's going to be 12. All right. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13 is back to C again, which is 13 will be one octave when the same thing gets higher and go up. And that's why if we go this way to the right, it's short. And if we go down, it's flat, meaning that the tones will change. All right. So when we go in here to sector, this is why I'm telling you song um, and sound design is very important. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go here to a sequence and I'm going to see which one do we like. Let me see something. All right. Let's go and play through some of them so I find something I like. Oh, okay. Let me come in. I must got. Yeah, I do. All right. Let's go back. Let's go to sequences. Let's go through some of these. Hold on. Let me cut this down. Another thing is Spido. Um, there you go. Spido is real dope. I'll talk about that later. That just kill game. Okay. I like that. Okay. Now we're gonna go inside a sequencer, and I want to look at the bottom notes. Okay, right here inside sector. Okay, so like I told you, you see these little notes, these numbers. 12, 13 is an octave. So if if 13 is middle C, okay. Mm, All right. So right here, if we count these, okay, this is 13. So this is C. This is um, 13 is C. This would be 12. All right. So 13 is middle C, and 12. This is really the note they playing. Okay, and that would be C sharp. So if we come over here and I want to lay this in the piano roll, it's in C5. So we would be putting this as C sharp. So we're gonna come down here to view, and we're gonna go to scale and highlight it, and we're gonna put this on C sharp. That's gonna line the grid up. All right, for that key. Next thing, when we come over here, we're gonna now load the sounds. We have to color them. If you doing the beat and sending these off to somebody, then what they want to do is they don't want all these say one color, and then you as the engineer producer have to go through all these sounds to find all the drums, the bass, and all of that. That's why we colorize things, okay? And it stopped from you from making mistakes later on down the road. All right, so let's go back to this. So when we come in here to this piano roll, it's on C sharp, and I think the second is here. Let me look at it so we can count. Okay, so that's three up. One, two, and three up, which make that a minor. Yeah, three, four, five, six, and seven. So this is a C minor chord. Okay, so this is for how many? I think they buy every two bars is a count. Let me see. One, two, three, four. Yeah, every two is a count. One, two, dun, 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 and all the rest out. All right. So what you doing here? Um, if we come back, we come in. Let me raise this up. We're gonna come for one bar. Let me look at the top. Let me move this. All right. So it's coming one for you. We're going to go up three. All right. And let's see. I think, let me see. Let's go back to sector. All right. You for one bar. And then let's see. Let's see. One, two, three, four. All right. I got it. Go back in here. Go up four. One, two, three. This is four. And it goes all the way across. All right. So when I play this is exactly what's in that sequence. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste this here. This is gonna be my sub bass. Now with this, I can come back here. I can leave this or I can do this because this sample is gonna play the same thing out. Now let's play this back. Why are you sounding like that? Oh, wait a minute. I know. The bass song. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, now since I copied this to the base, now I can cut it on, but I gotta do some shaking. All right, so I'm creating a base from scratch. You want to turn these is all the way off, these two. Okay, you want to come in here, turn the oscillator down. Okay, so you can come in here. Um, I can listen back for myself before I start adjusting that. Let me hear this. And plus, in order to get that 808 sound that's going to come out of here, we got to add some type of distortion, pick up the high. Let's see, Fruity Fast Distort. All right. Um, let's see. Let's run this back. Oops. Let me turn this down and let me drop the octave. That's all it is. Uh, Control A for all, control down. Uh, might be one more. Might be one more. Now, one thing always remember, hit the save button. That's control and S every time you do something. Let's go back. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to borrow that. And I'm going to also paste that line here. But what I'm going to do for this is control all and hold down select. So I make a copy. All right. And I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little change. Let me see. Pull you up one. You good? Let's hit this. And that'll be good enough. All right, now I just gotta find a sound in here. This is one of my favorites that I like. That'll go with it. All right, let's hear it. All right, I think you're a little too low in octaves. Let me hear it again, though. All right, so I'm playing what I'm hearing in my head, which is the chicken da 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 ba ba bit. All right, which is ba 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 bit ba ba. let me play this back. Okay, now let me change the sound. Okay. Let's see what this sounds like. All right, remember, hit the save button. Let's go. Let me hear. Well, I'm hearing. Good. Let me hear you. There we go. Ba, ba, la, na, na, no, yep, da, 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 ba, ba, da, na. All right, let's hear this back. You know what? One thing about this beat, in Spider, this will be killer. um, I know some of you don't know what it is, but you can do so much stuff. All right, I'm doing what my head tell me uh, is to bring these up. Okay, let me highlight all of these. And first of all, they're not on the key. See, they won't. With a lot. If you put a note right here, where it's through the dark line, it's out of key. Sometime we can use it for tension. Let's play this. Okay. What I want to do is take you. No. You. 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 All right. And what I'm gonna do is shift from up or down. I'll probably go down. All right. Let's hit this back. All right. Now, these hi hats sound too regular. First of all, let me attack this triplets. Oh, you got another one under you. I know I kept in that. All right. Let me get rid of that one. So, you still sound too fast. Come under here to pitch. You can change the way it sounds. So I wonder what. Let's see. I said, and then let me hear this. All right. Too high working. All right, I add in some snare. See what's pop. Now, what I can do right here, because it's still, see, Spido, I'm probably gonna have to use it. Hello. Hey, what up? I'm doing a show right now. Hit me back up. All right. Uh, Give me about an hour. All right. Yeah. To create some movement. I'll go to Fruity. Let's see. What is he going to? Oh, Panamatic. And it needs, you know what? I need to go to it. All right. Let's cut this on. Listen to the metronome. I can make it rougher. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna find out who gonna play the sides and the mids, and it's gonna be between these two. So I want to pan them. Now, there's a phase issue. I can hear it. It's on you. All right, let's hear it. Oh, I got to put the kick in. Let's go. All right, let me add the kick. Two, add three. And we might do another pickup. I don't know. Let me hear. Hmm, let me hear. Two, one, two, and three, four, one, two, and three. I think this is right. Don't forget, hit the save button. Let's go. Now, something else I want to talk about. To the dummies who tell you don't use compression, it's crazy. All right, something else. Let's go over here to let's go over here to master channel. Let me tell you about this. One thing you want to do is the saturator zone is fully up. It makes it sound terrible. All right. So this is a compressor and a limiter. All right. Its function is to smooth out some of the sharpness, but you can add it back. That's called glowing. Okay. It's a hearing thing. Now, um, this attack, when we're using this on a mix like this, now if it was for a bass or something, then I open it a little. Let me show you better so you understand. Okay, let me play this. Okay, I want to deal just with the kick and the bass. Listen to this. Now, the kick don't got enough meat to it. It's just like slaps. I want to have a little boom, right? So how would I give it that boom? It's the attack. It's right here. So if I turn up the attack more. I'll get more thickness out the kick. Listen, all it's doing is slap, but it ain't got no boom. All right. So as I turn up the attack, that means let some more of the beat come through. Let some more of the boom come through. Not just cut it short. You know what I mean? So let's do this. And I'm gonna add it. Watch how much thicker the kick get. And I can make it punch through more by cutting up the hold. If I even want more, copy this and paste it. Now, now, nothing about sound design. Do you notice the kick going and having a room sound? That's the decay. Okay, I don't want that because later on in the track, I'm gonna use it, so I don't need it. Now, if I'm in a band room trying to adjust something, that's cool. I don't really need it. So let's listen to what it sounds like with and without. Um, Here we go. You hear the? I don't want that now. I just want the beat, the naked beat. I'll build it myself. All right. Now let's hear with the sub. Now, the difference, and you don't need plugins. It's trash. They tell you. Here's another one. Plugin Alliance. Let me show you something. This one is called Sub Filter. Now, you may have seen me use this on there. So basically, when you're doing your beat, you're shaping your beat, then you adding your plugins to thicken everything up before it's mixed. You got to take the sound, shape it, put the finishing touches on it. Other than that, it don't sound right. This is what's done to the album, not just what you think. Now, listen to the difference with this. We turn the kick off, and that's just the plug-in on. Let me cut it off. Now this just with it on. I ain't touching no knob. Now watch this. But you don't need plugins, huh? You probably listening to Dame Taylor. That boy a nut. All right. So let's see how I sound with the kick. Now, actually, as an engineer, I spit this to about 30. All right, 29 for a little meat. Let's go. How you get to hear it is the volume have to be at the same volume. Let's do it. Cut it off and off here. All right, we're gonna add the fruity decibel meter. Okay, so it's at minus 12. Okay, for right there. Now let's cut this on. Here our sound has to be the same volume. All right, now we see this too loud. Now you can adjust it out from here. Now, what this is going to do is create a phase issue between the kick, flip the phase, put it on low. All right, let's play it back. Two, three, and now too many instruments up here is fighting for the mid. So we gotta do some panning of the snare and the hi-hat. All right, clap, leave in the middle, and we're gonna just tune the bass just a little taste. See, that's it. See, and make it come through more. And this phase issue too. Always hit the save button. Here we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is some panning. I gotta pan some instruments. All right, the hi-hat and the snare. First the hat, No, first the little snare. So if I'm in the drum set, the snare is right here. So my head is toward the clock, my arm is turned this way, because that's how you play drums. When you play like this. So this is the snare. So about on my head, if this is 12 o'clock, it's about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock for the hot, for the snare. Now, I'm gonna show you if you can hear the difference between, yeah, I'm gonna put this on the master. The VX, let's see, yeah, each channel. All right, now I'm gonna just let you hear the difference with this off and then on. This off. Now, listen very closely. On. See, I can dial in here and get that console sound. Okay, it you'd have to hear. Okay, it's a reason why we used it. It makes the beat more clean. It's not as loose. This is not this. Okay, so understand that this ain't it. Then I have the freedom to shape the sound the way I want. Now they're telling you don't compress. It's too transient. Certain things you might want that way, but let's calm them down, and then we would use something to kind of bring them back, and that's this right here, total harmonic distortion. This right here, it adds grit. This too, all right. So with this, we can hear the console, and then I can add some EQ to the depth to show you what you can do. And this doesn't come in the box with FL Studio. This is why you need this. You need to manipulate sound, shape sound. This is what you need it for. All right, so let's play. And see everything, when I mean transient, it's every little you hear, right? So we want to kind of smooth them out. So how we gonna do that? Okay, this is the range of it, which we're doing a whole track, and we cutting it about 30 degrees. All right, put that in. That's telling the range of the music. While I cut at 30, this is to clean up the low end. Now this is gonna say the ratio, how much I want. I'm gonna add myself. Okay, and this is the threshold for when it works. This is for a high, a fast release, which I do want. Okay, and I'm gonna set this at the right. Um, this is the right um, interval. Now, this here is your second release or hysteresis. So you put that with the clock or the metronome to make the beat on time. There's a lot of stuff you can do when you do this. You can manipulate a whole lot of stuff. That's another what you call it. But now I'm gonna start to add some compression. See, that's too much. Now, people will tell you when the light come on right here, that's when the compression is on. Yeah, but when the light ain't on, it's still compressing. That's what they not telling you. And too much compressing will mess up your sound. Watch. That's because they don't know how to use it. Watch. Let me show you. See? I back it to where I can't hear it, and I mean just a little bit of it. I don't care about the light. I can hear. See, that's what I'm telling you. False information. Okay. Another thing, I need to cut this down. Okay. Because I don't need it 100%. I just need it, back it down to zero and add it. So I can barely hear it, but it thickens it up. Too much. Now, you see, it sounds textured. It don't sound all cloudy. It's because the people who telling you this is giving you false information. Okay, so you don't need all of that. All right. Now I'm gonna go into the EQ section and this gate down here. All right. First, let's beef the beat up. Now, since the transients are kind of rounded off or smooth like, I can add them back with this to make them kind of like punchy again. Because it takes a little bit away from the sound, but you add a little back. Without, see it just clunk, clunk. Now when we put on black, you're going to hear it. Clank. Right. Now width. Now, what happens when you push this? It turns this into like a pull take EQ. So we know we boosting. Now that's another uh, video how to use the pull take. But now we're gonna add a little lows EQing. Now I can cut them lows, even though I did it previously, just to tighten it up a little taste. Now, if I wanted more, I can add a little bit more grit. Now, it's a mid side. This is something to pay attention to. I'm too heavy on the bass. See, that's why you use that. The bass is too heavy. All right, now let's go to the highs. All right, making sure I'm making sure the highs come in. Now, see, that's why you have the mid and the high. I mean, and sides. It was showing me that I had too much low end. All right, now let's play it. And the highs wasn't brighten up enough. I had enough mid range. Let's play it now. All right, we're gonna go over here to this limiter because I can hear trash burn. All right, and it is. It's just totally messing up the sound. First thing on this limiter, you turn the saturation on. Let's play this. Now, you see this is being compressed. We need to open this attack. That's why I showed you on the instrument with the kick to open the attack. We need to open the attack, mean let the music in. I don't want you squashing the music when it's coming in. Now you, um, no, let it in. I just want you to skim it a little bit. All right, so we're gonna open the attack. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using this compressor. All right, I don't really need it, but this is a way of just adding a little glue, which I don't I don't really need. Um, Let me see. Yeah, I don't really need it because I did it already. All right. So both of these set, the limiters are set the same, and the compressor are set the same. So nothing there is not squeezing or grabbing nothing. All right. So let's play now. Now I hit a threshold from the compressor. It's too compressed. Now, really? All right. There's a mix level. See how much better it sounds? That's what I'm telling you. You got to be able to hear things. And that's where they get you on buying plugins. And you think they something, but they know you can't hear, so they sell you anything. Now, listen to the difference in an SSL compressor. Now, I'm going to turn it off. Now, listen to this compressor. Watch. You hear how it just dull the whole sound out. Okay? Now, let me see. This is the ratio. This is ridiculous. It sounds like this. Instead of two. It's not clear. Do you hear this? Listen. All right. Now when we cut it off, let's listen. Now you see how it's much more clear. So what I was just showing you in this video, it's not about, oh, hit the save button, Control S. It's not about throwing the beat together and ooh, because a lot got to be done more than this to this beat. Okay, a whole lot. This is just the concept of it. I'm showing you why you pan, because too many instruments going to be fighting. Your tracks is not going to come out right. Phase issues, uh, reverb, delay. Y'all got to get into spital. Okay, that's to take a sound. You know how you pan it to go from left to right, where you can make it in back of your head, the top, the bottom, and when you got instruments dancing in your head and take vocals and do it, it like it makes the beat way more than it regularly is. Okay, and it you'll enjoy this out of your beats, and they'll sound a lot better, they're a lot cleaner, and you need plugins, bro, to make your stuff sound correct. So when people are telling you you don't need no plugins, don't use a compressor, they don't know how to use a compressor. Don't do this. When you go in a studio on a console, it's a compressor there. So why did they put it there? It's for you to use. Okay? So people who tell you that, they don't know how to use the equipment. You're gonna see a whole lot of stuff. And you're talking about in the studio, you're gonna see full tech EQs, uh, all kind of stuff. You have to have your toolbox. All right? And it's just nothing like it. If we um, don't use these things, remember, you're telling on yourself. When you turn in your tapes, they can hear what you did and didn't do to them. I'm an engineer and I can tell. I can hear if it's a leave or 1176. I can tell just by listening. All right. And another one. All right. Like the hi hats. Okay. We want crisp. Let's listen to this. Okay. Now, watch when I put this SPL attacker. Okay. Watch they get PS. Where you at? Oh, all right. This is transient designer. Now, this right here is gonna make the hi hats get much more cleaner. All right, like I did with the sub, and they're telling you don't use plugins. Only an idiot can listen to that. So let's listen to hi hat regular. Okay, I can use this on that too. I put it on the wrong one, I believe. Let me see. Okay. All right, this without, not with. Let's sustain it. Chime, and we got a parallel mix. All right, that's regular. Let's add it in. Now, without, with, see, it's these little things that you do that all are add up in the end of the picture. All right, let's play this beat. All right, all right. Now, what I showed you right here, this is the SSL. Okay, this is on the kick. You would put this here on all of your instruments. Then you highlight all the drums, all right, and run them to a blank channel. And you would name this blank channel drum bus, drum bus. This is the bass. You make the next one to that bass bus. Then it's the keyboard. I mean, first the guitar bus. One is the pads, and one is the if we check this, this is the sample or whatever, the guitar. This is the pads, and this is like the melody. Okay, so the same thing is here. When we come over here, it's gonna be a bus for the drums, one for the bass, one for the guitar, and the melody and note, they can go together or they can have their own bus, but you can put them together, okay? And then run all them buses to one channel, and that's called your master bus, okay? Your master sub bus, all right? So that's what you would do for all of these. And then you have to use mastering compressors, mastering EQs, saturators, not this kind that we using with FL Studio, a real saturator, okay, by plugging in the lines again, all right. So these are the things that has to be done with music when you're doing it. So I would capitalize on this, learn this fast, go over it yourself, practice. If you have any troubles or whatever, you can email me or hit me up in the comment. That'll be better, and I'll answer your questions or whatever is needed to be. So, like I told you, because of the war and the stuff that's going, this is finna come to an end. All right. So take your tapes, finish them, do what you got to do to them, learn as much as you can. Take the little time you got, crack down on yourself, because it's not just music. With this, you can go in there editing film for movies, um, concerts, parties, wherever you want to do, clubs, engineer, karaoke, whatever. Applying this. This is what they want to hear when you send your tape because they know. Now, what happens if you don't do this? They're going to figure you playing. Or you don't, or you're a beginner, or you don't know what you really know what you're doing, and they ain't got time to, you're going to get passed on. So if you don't want that to happen, you're going to have to learn a little music theory, and the rest is up to you. All right? So enjoy yourself. I'm Michael Mike. I know I ain't been back for a while. Hit the subscribe button or the comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, it's all to the good. All right? So um, what I'm going to do is close out now, and I got them Nibiru videos coming up. I know it's been a minute, but I got a lot of things that I'm doing at one time. All right, let's roll this beat back, and after that, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.